Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Ball Talk. I am Brian, and tonight we got G Money with us. How we doing?
Happy to be here, Brian. Happy to be here. I want to talk some football.
Well, we got a good one to talk about tonight. We got Miami going into College Station. Texas A&M Aggies, 11-1, 10-2 coming in Miami. This is supposed to be one of the biggest games of the weekend. We got the 11 o'clock game. It's going to be very exciting. I think we've got some very similar teams here, and I want to get right into talking about them. What do you think?
Brian, I think you brought up an excellent point, sir. This is what we're waiting for when it comes to a college football playoff. These two teams, if you look at them stacked up against each other, the margins are very close right now. You got Texas A&M maybe with just a slight advantage here with that that 3.5 difference. But I definitely think it's going to come down to that quarterback play, which you've got right here, sir. What are you thinking? Who do you like, Beck or Reed, in this matchup?
Well, I'll save that till the end of what I'm about to say. It's kind of eerily similar, the numbers these guys have this year. Carson Beck's right at 3,100 yards this year. He's got 25 touchdowns, 10 picks. Marcel Reed, 3,000 yards this year, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks. So as far as numbers are concerned, these guys are really similar until you look a little closer at the rushing yards. Marcel Reed has legs. Carson Beck is a statue. He does not know how to get out of there. He looks like Tom Brady or a baby giraffe when he tries to take off and get some yards.
That he does.
It's going to be kind of weird to see how this shakes out because the defenses are pretty solid too. I think it's going to come down to if these coaches put these players in the right positions to make those good plays, because you've got All-Americans all over the field on both sides of the ball for both teams. So as far as firepower, it's there. What are you thinking about the quarterbacks?
Well, I think it really boils down to this, especially with Beck, is he going to fall into the normal traps that he gets into? We see it in those big two losses against Louisville and SMU. You start throwing the picks. What is it, 4 picks with Louisville? That cannot happen on Saturday against Texas A&M. They will chew him up. Now, on the other end for Reed, he loves to scramble. In fact, he loves to scramble a little bit more than he loves to throw the pass. I want to see him get a little calm and collected, trust those amazing wide receivers that he has, especially to dominate there on the field. But what are you feeling about defensive play here? You think either team's got an edge?
Well, I think both teams have the player of the year on the defense in their respective conferences. For Miami, you've got Reuben Bain Jr., who has just been phenomenal. He's not real high in the sack department, sitting at 4.5, but he's got 37 tackles this year. The defense kind of runs through him as far as the pulse. If he's playing well, it's going to be tough sledding. On the other side of the ball, Cassius Howell is a sack machine. 11.5 this year. He is also player of the year, SEC, as far as the defense is concerned. That is the hardest place to get defensive player of the year because SEC is where defenses live. So as far as defenses, man, they're stacked up pretty similar. It is going to be a hell of a battle watching these offensive lines trying to keep these edge rushers off of their quarterback. Miami's got a little bit of the favoritism on that side of the ball. They've only allowed 11 sacks this year, and somehow Carson Beck still hasn't done that great. I said in week 0 in our pregame stuff that he was probably going to come in and win them 9 games, and they paid him a lot of money to win him 9 games. Marcel Reed on the other side has absolutely earned everything he's got this year. To be 11-1, giving you a chance to run into the next level and play a real game in the second round is where it's at. But I think it's going to come down to, like what I said, is it going to be Cristobal or Elko who makes the right decisions on the field and makes the right calls on both sides of the ball? What are you thinking?
Well, I like Mario. I like what he's been doing here with Miami. We got 2 10-win seasons back-to-back. On the flip side of this, you got Elko, who seems like a very homely linebacker kind of guy, but his calm and his patience out on the field, that's the reason why Texas A&M is 11-1, my friend. So in the end, what is it going to boil down to? Who's going to outcoach who? You got 2 coaches making sure they're extending some contracts in the middle of everything that's going on here. I think Mike Elko signed to 2031. He's going to be hanging around for a little bit, and I like to see it. We're SEC guys, man. We want to see the SEC show out, especially against an ACC team for sure. Now, something to think about here, too. You got two teams that didn't make their conference championships coming into this game right now. How do you play that as a factor? Do you think they had some more time off, they're ready to get in here and get fighting, or should they have had that extra rep so that they could be prepared for what's coming next, which is if they're hoping to advance, who are they playing next, Brian?
Well, I just think time off is deadly, especially this time of year. Last year in the playoffs, every single team that had the bye lost. So I don't think time off really does these guys justice. Yes, it gives you a little bit of time to get the heelsies, the bruises, the break, whatever sore, yeah, you heal up, but you're not as game ready. Warriors are game ready. They're bloody. They're ready. They're taped up. We're going out here. We're going to take the little shot. We're going to do whatever we got to do, and we're going to keep playing. So the fact that they have both had a little bit of time off is going to be real interesting because that means they've been watching tape. They've been sitting in the tub. They've been doing their studies. So it's really like what you said, and what I really am interested to see is which coach is going to prevail. So I would like to lean towards Elko. I think he's done a really good job over there. But both teams are loaded, man. They're just both loaded. So why don't we roll right into the picks here? Because I don't think that over-under is justice. I think there is going to be a lot of points in this game because there has to be. If this is some dud of a game, 14-10 or something stupid like that, a bunch of just – I'm okay with that. I like defensive games, but that's not what I'm expecting here. I'm expecting a shootout. I am expecting it to be a three-point game. I think it's going to end up kind of similar for Miami as it did with that Louisville game. A little boop at the end, had a chance, messed up. Maybe Carson Beck's got one too many picks this one. But as far as I'm concerned, Texas A&M wins. Texas A&M covers, and I think it's absolutely going to be an over game. I think it's going to be just absolute firepower on both sides of the ball, on both teams, and it's going to be a good one to watch. What are you thinking?
When I looked earlier, the over-under, they bumped it up a little bit, 51.5, and I think that that's justified too because, like you said, these are teams that could put some points on the freaking board, Brian, and that's what we want to see when we're watching football.
Yeah.
Now, 11 o'clock, I'm not super thrilled about that. I know my Aggies wish that they had a little bit more time to pregame, but it's still Kyle Field. It's still going to be absolutely packed out, 106, maybe even 108,000 fans in there. They're going to be screaming at the top of their lungs. It's a 12th man for a reason. And because of that, I'm taking Texas A&M all the way here. They're going to cover, and we're going to go over. Now, G-Money, as you can see right here, all I'm going to say is don't put any money on that. Because if you do, Miami will come and surprise you. Because, if anything, I feel like they have improved as the season's gone on, where my A&M Aggies have actually fallen off. GB's called for all season that A&M was the number one team in the country until they started to stumble and fall. Obviously, we talked about that South Carolina game, a lot of question marks there. Maybe I was influenced a little bit of the money on that side to make that come out that way. So let's temper our expectations on putting down the dollar bills on a game like this. But as far as G-Money's pick, Texas A&M Aggies all the way. How do you like Texas A&M against Ohio State next round, though, Brian? That's the real question.
I think that's going to be a little bit better of a game. I think those are two more evenly keeled teams as far as caliber. Now, not to say Miami's not some slouch or something, but I think they've made too many mistakes this year. I don't have faith in Carson Beck. I really don't. He was supposed to be a Heisman last year. He was supposed to be a Heisman this year, and he's not a Heisman. So I think he's going to end up a backup quarterback somewhere, maybe for the Chiefs or the Jaguars or whatever, but I don't see it from him. Character-wise, decision-making-wise, I don't see it. I think he's been bailed out by good players his whole career, and he's just okay. So for my money, I am absolutely taking Texas A&M. I don't think there's a prayer that Miami actually wins this game, and if it is, it's because there is a bunch of mistakes, maybe turnovers, maybe Miami defense turns up and gets a couple of those sack fumbles, kind of stuff like that, but Marcel Reed, he is squirrely, and good luck trying to tackle him because if he sees you coming, he's going out the back door, man. So I don't.
Are you going to put your money where your mouth is, Brian? Are you going to put money down on A&M winning this game?
It's already down, buddy. I'm taking it hard.
It's already down. I like it. But you didn't answer my question. Ohio State's next. How do you feel about A&M's matchup against Ohio State?
If they win this game very, very definitively, I'm going to say that Texas A&M is going to dethrone Ohio State too.
Ooh.
So Let's see. But if
I'd love
Miami
to see
squeaks
it.
it
I'd
out,
love
all
to
bets
see
are
it.
off. If Miami squeaks it
SEC all
out,
the way, my brother. SEC all the
bets.
way. But Ohio State, they ain't no push around team, man. I think Ryan Day's kicking that kicker off the team, and he's going to make sure he wins some games going forward. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we'll see. Let's button this one up, though, just to put an exclamation point on it. Texas A&M wins. Texas A&M covers. This is an over game. Put your money on it. G Money says not so much money, but they got mine.
Not so much money, but I'm with you on the pick for sure, my friend. Thank you for having me on the show, Brian. Always a pleasure. Love Sports Ball Talk. Love all your podcasts. DudeBros podcast, DudeBros Rewind, which is taking off right now. Big
Hot.
Christmas special coming up for the DudeBros podcast. Catch it out on Monday. It is a live watch. Make sure you tune in for it, gentlemen.
Yeah, we appreciate all y'all support. Thank
And
you very
ladies.
much for watching, and and the dudettes. Thank you very much. But we'll see you guys next time on the field. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Brian.
See you, buddy.